Alrighty, fellas, we got a lot to do today, so let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, good morning. How are y'all feeling today? I'm actually feeling pretty darn good, which, you know, you gotta appreciate those days when you wake up feeling good. That's not every day, so we'll take it where we can. We got some nice little flipperinos I made some profit on. I bought a bunch of these heart scales for like 3 to 4K a couple months ago when they were super cheap, just knowing that once they got rid of tiny mushrooms that they would go up in price, and look at that, they did. We'll go ahead and collect 400K from that crest. Now, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it, dude. We also got 550K from this Scyther. I believe I bought this for around 430, 440. I bought this the other day as well as a nice little flip. It was a 5x31 Brave Scyther. I think someone sold it because they thought it like was, you know, it was a shit nature, but it was actually a pretty it's usable nature. Brave is a usable nature on like Choice Band, Bullet Punch, you know, everything. Scizor. So we got that. This Gabite, was this the Gabite we bought for 32K, flip for 50, and then this Salamence we bought for 20, I believe. I'm surprised I remember that. This was all yesterday. Bought for 20, sold for 40. So some really nice little flipperinos to start off the day. Putting me up to 5 mil cash is always nice. And something I've been buying and keeping a huge eye on is these. Dude, I think hidden ability access Dragonairs might be a really, really interesting long-term, and not maybe like short to long-term, shorter-ish term investment. I'm going to go ahead and just see if I can, like I bought both these for 8K. One of them is 1x31. Hidden ability Dragonair is just such a, or Dragonite in general, is just such an unbelievably desired Pokemon. Cheapest Dratini is 23K, just with hidden ability access. Cheapest Dragonair is 10K. Dragonite, what do we reach? 12K or so? Hidden ability access on this species is just so, it's so important, man. You need Marvel Scale or whatever it is, multi-scale. What am I thinking of? Multi-scale. Marvel Scale for Dragonite, multi-scale for Dragonite. You need multi-scale for PvP. It's just such a goddamn powerful ability, especially comparatively to its other abilities. It's ridiculous. So I think if you want to do something, I don't know, if people want to, like this is 20 plus in both stats and attack and speed jolly, like I'm going to go ahead and buy that. If you want to make a short-ish term investment, I think, not financial advice, just my thoughts and little opinions. What do I know, right? I've been playing MMOs for a long time, but what do I, you know, I can't really predict anything with 100% accuracy. I'd say I have like 60% accuracy on my market predictions, which I think is pretty solid, but no one really is ever going to be perfect. I think that, you know, hidden ability Dragonairs, Dragonites, Dratinis over the next 3 to 6 months after the event season's over, once summer hits and its peak player base, you know, I think they're bound to go up to a base price much more, you know, much higher than what it is right now. Maybe up to like, maybe we might get lucky and see like a 30 to 50K base price, which is pretty insane. If you can like 3x your money, or yeah, if you buy for 10K, they go up to 30K. If you can 3x your money in a couple months, that's a very, 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 very good investment in my opinion. One of the only downsides with Pokemon investments like this, though, and this is kind of a huge reason I actually don't do them, like I'm only buying these to like flip essentially, is the box space. The PC box space you need and the PC box space required to do flip, like you have to have like a full box to really have any relevant, you know, I guess supply to flip or any relevant stake into it. And it's a lot, man. It is a lot to, well, I'm going to buy that actually. That's my first, fun fact, that's my first Vanity bought of the entire event. We're going to go ahead and start buying a few Vanities today, fellas. It is officially, there's 9 days left in the event. So I believe are we even in the second half? I don't even think we are. So you know what? Maybe I will wait a little more. But there's no harm in buying 2 Worms for 20K. You know, I'm sure they might get a little cheaper. They might get down to like that 16 to 18K mark. But I'm fine with picking 2 of those up. It's a cool Vanity. Steelix rate is the easiest, said someone in chat. Is that true? I haven't seen I'm actually going to watch the Cav video today on stream or whatever. Dude, I haven't seen it, but that would shock me if it's truly the easiest. But that'd be interesting. Yeah, you just run down the boss with Blastoises. I don't know why. I guess just due to the sheer... I think tanky stuff is scarier to me than like hyper offense or whatever to deal with. I was expecting Steelix to be a lot more difficult. But yeah, pretty much everybody in chat. This is like maybe the first day where everybody in chat unanimously is agreed upon. Like, oh yeah, it is actually the easiest. Yeah, it actually... It's usually like, it's like, oh, I think it's the easiest. Oh, I think this is the hardest. Oh, you know... This is the first time in chat the first day of the event where I've seen everybody just unanimously agree. Yeah, Steelix is actually the easiest raid. And the thing with these Dragonairs, like I bought this one for 10K. I could flip it for 15, or I could hold it and sell it for a little more. I'm gonna hold it for the time being. I don't think it's worth for like a 5K flip. I do have boxes for selling Pokemon over my sell 1 and my sell 2, but they're so full. I need to, oof, I probably should sell off some of these Pokemon. Like, actually, that might be what I do today. I might relist some of my GTL mons, because it's like the perfect time right now to relist stuff like this. Dude, it's like people might want like Chandelure right now during, like there's certain things where it's like, certain like actually good 2012 stuff I'm going to hold and not work. It's crazy that, okay, I actually did get lucky on this. So I tried to sell this 2012 Nidoran for 150K. And this was back when like, the base price was like 130, 120. 2012s have gone up in base price since it's around 150K, I think, for the cheapest now. And that one was selling for a little more. So, I could actually sell for a little more now, which is nice. Like, what's the other cheapest Nidoran, like, female? The other cheapest one, I guess, maybe 150. Okay, so around the same, but it's funny to see some of those 2012 mons. It's a good thing they didn't sell. What's this Ammonite? There's some weird stuff in here that I'll go through, and we can sell some stuff today. Just relist some stuff from here. Should I sell my Dragon Wings right now or wait? I get this question every day with a million different things. Cherish Balls, Dragon Wings, Worms, Temporal Capes, whatever it may be. There's two options. Neither of them are wrong. It's really up to whatever is best for you and what stage of your account that you're in. You either want to A, sell right now for short-term, consistent profit, not a bad thing to do, or B, hold for long term and try to make a investment off it. But if you aren't willing to hold it for at least 2 years, okay, 2 years is the minimum expectation for which you should hold a Vanity. Like, there's a lot of players where it's like they don't even see themselves playing the game in 2 years, which is super reasonable and super fair. Who wants to play, a fan-made Pokemon game for over 10 years? Oh, only an idiot would do something like that. So if you're like a normal player, like, you might not want to like do an investment, which is totally fair. You might just want to like, also if like you're like newish to the game, it's probably better, and it's a better use of your money to just like sell it instantly, build up capital, build a Jimmy Run team, get catching Pokemon, get Ocarinas, like build your account first and then wait to build up a bunch of capital, like 25 mil or so, and then dump that into a huge investment during some sort of event. So sell your Temporal Capes. They're being hella manipulated. It wouldn't surprise me if usually the ultra rares during events are always somewhat quote-unquote manipulated, just because the supply is so low that it's able to be messed with to some extent. But at the same time, markets like this usually do correct themselves. Do I think Temporal Cape is not worth this price? No, I think it is. I don't think people realize how rare ultra rares are. Like, there's only 10 listed on the GTL at all. So, think about it like this. Obviously, a lot of people don't like Temporal Cape. I actually like Temporal Cape. I'm surprised people... If this was like a 500K Vanity, maybe even a 5 mil Vanity, I might buy this. I think Temporal Cape actually looks good. But, yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't realize how rare ultra rares are. And think about it like this. Let's say there's like 100,000 people that log in and play PokeMMO every single day, right? It's probably more than that, but let's just say that, right? If 10 of those people, literally just 10 out of 100,000 want a Temporal Cape, that's the market bought up. That's it. It's gone. You have to like really think about just how disgustingly rare ultra rares are. Even like Ghostly Lanterns, like Halloween, like these are ultra rare. There's 10 listed. Like, you have to really remember just how rare ultra rares are. Protopack is a based Vanity. Let's do some... I'm pretty sure I bought a couple of these for like 1 to 1.6. They're at 2 point. Well, they're high right now is the meme. I only have one. I bought one. This Vanity is sick. There's some really cool Vanities from like that 2018 era. What's the Game Boy retro handheld? But I looked up Game Boy. Did it come up? Okay, I was like, that would be really... If you look up game, it comes up. Okay. The retro games handheld, Xmas 2020. I feel like that Vanity... There's some Vanities like that just get forgotten. Retro games handheld, like 700K. That's a cheap, good Vanity, dude. That's a good one to pick up in my opinion. Okay, I did buy this hidden ability access Dragonair for 10K, and it's 1 times 31. It's the same price as any shitty other one. So we're gonna price check this. Once again, it might just be around that 15K or so price range. Yeah, which is crazy to me. Oh man, it sucks. Like I probably should just hold them, or I kind of just want to hold them. I might here. Let me actually. You know what? Speaking of like. Let me just see if I can find any super cheap Dragonairs or anything like this. Like, this one's Jolly Nature, 30K like this. Pretty good. This one's Hasty. Man, part of me wants to buy these so bad. Oh, dude. Like, some of these, I feel like these could be legit so good. This one's solid. I might just buy these 3, man, and just sit on them. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy these 3 and put them in the PC and just sit on them for a little bit, dude. This is actually really funny. This is cool. You can search for Pokemon like this now. So if you're like has move Psycho Boost on GTL, there's only one Pokemon, and it's this very special Smeargle that has the legendary move. That's very cool, dude. That's 500 hours of hard work. Is that really how long it takes to get that? Dude, good work. That's a cool, what a niche, interesting goal, dude. That's such an awesome feeling, Jax. I entered this event with 1 mil, currently at 4 mil, and now I'm actually getting towards my goal of getting one of the lucky dragon mounts during the event is actually achievable. What a good feeling, man. Good work. Dude, this man got a shiny Anorith. I was completing decks and got it on my first try. You popped a fossil, an Anorith fossil for Pokedex completion, and got yourself a shiny fossil. That is a dream come true. Congratulations, dude. That's an awesome... Dude, you love to hear those stories. Congrats, gamer. Pat, I've been doing the tablet grind, haven't done raids at all so far, but I'm starting to feel the burn already. Should I just focus on breeding at this point? I mean, if you're feeling burnt, I wouldn't focus on breeding personally. Are you trying to make money, or like what's your goals, I guess, is like the more important. That's actually pretty solid. I'm still going to consume that, I think, but that's interesting. I think it's at that point, I mean, it's probably still worth to just, fuck. I wouldn't breed. Personally, I feel it's like an extra thing you do if you have more energy, but like if you're feeling burnt and you want to get the tablet grind and raids done, how many tablets do you have, a ranger, becomes the next question. So if you want to try to not burn on the tablet grind, what I would do, I would just try to my usual recommendation: watch a movie, watch anime, watch TV, do something on the side, and then just do swarms when they pop up, and then just like don't even play the game. Like don't even play if you're burnt, you know, and you want to make progress, just do your swarms and then don't even play the game until the next batch of swarms. Like don't even try to make any other progress if you're burnt, you know. You'll be able to, if you have the mental to push really hard and go really hard, you can do all the raids like last day pretty easily, but it's gonna be hard if you're feeling burnt. So keep that in mind. I would try to I mean whatever at the end of the day, man, if you're like feeling burnt, you're not having fun, you know, maybe you just don't play. Maybe you just skip this event, and that's kind of like the choice you make, and that's okay, you know. It's up to you, obviously. Whatever's best for you is gonna be whatever's best for you. I don't know that. I can never pick that personally, but hopefully these suggestions help out a little bit. I'm in school for being a game dev, and I love to work for PokeMMO. I'm gonna be so mean and kind of crush your dreams, Boozy. I'm sure you're a great game developer, and I'm sure they'd be lucky to have you. PokeMMO almost never hires outside help. They've only added, I believe, one developer to the game since they started back in 2012. They keep their code and they keep their backend really, really private. Now, I think Pokeforce, if you're looking for like a Pokemon MMO, I think Pokeforce might be accepting applications. That could be incorrect, so keep that in mind. But the only reason they even hired a dev, like a new dev to PokeMMO, from my understanding, is because they needed someone to work on iOS. So they specifically hired someone to be able to code for like iOS and Apple products, which makes a lot of sense. When did they change the GTL search criteria layout? It was this. Ooh, that's pretty nice. It was this update. Yeah, it was this, like, during the event update, they changed it so everything is in one scroll page versus having to go to advanced, which is good. Dude, I think it's a little tough because if I scroll, like, see how, like, if I hover over a number and I scroll, it like, fucks up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of awkward. I don't love that. I wonder if I was on a high resolution, if it would be actually better for the screen or whatever, but not having to click the advanced search button up here sucked, so I'm glad they got rid of that. But what the scroll thing is, see how awkward this is if I'm trying to scroll and I'm like fucking with numbers. I'm sitting around 5 mil right now. Should I start focusing on Jimmy runs and flipping to gain more money, or what can I start doing now that I'm getting more money? I've been breeding and bars farming to get this far. Bars, I don't know what bars farming, but breeding, dude, good for you for getting up to 5 mil. That's awesome. You're saying, yeah, if you're at 5 mil, I would definitely build a Jimmy run team, or do your Jimmy run every day if you haven't, up until that 10 to 25 mil range. And I would absolutely start flipping. I think if you have 5 mil, I would try to keep some amount of Pokeyen like always on you or whatever. But if you're at 5 mil, you could definitely like risk 2 to 2.5 in my opinion on a shiny flip. Now if you're not familiar with shiny flipping, you might not want to do that. But if you're like familiar and you've done it in the past, you probably shouldn't start to try to learn shiny flipping until you're at 10 mil, because then you have that enough risk. Risking 5% or whatever is pretty rough. Cherish balls farming, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, gym reruns. Breeding for profit still while you're at 5 mil solid. Doing some really like tons of smaller flips for like 20 to 50, 100, couple 100K was awesome. And then once you get to like 10 mil, I would go for like a shiny flip or two with that amount personally. And then once you get to like 25 mil, you can start doing more flips and start doing more stuff. And then eventually at 25 mil, I would probably go for, if you want to play the game for a long period of time, eventually go for one big investment, like long-term 2-year plus investment. Hey, Pat, I took your advice with my Golurk and went HP and attack, and it carried me through my first 2 raids. Thanks. Dude, that's all you, man. You put in the time and the effort to EV train and prepare a Golurk, which is an awesome Pokemon. I'm happy to hear it worked, man. I love Golurk. Super underrated Pokemon. Congrats, dude. It makes me so happy Golurk is good for raids. Yeah, Golurk is a sick build for raids. Golurk is such a unique Pokemon. Ground Ghost is just such a sick typing already. It's so unique. I don't think there's like very few Pokemon that have the typing. He's a great shiny, really underrated, kind of forgotten, only really in like one location in Unova, in like a dungeon you go to like for like the storyline, and that's it. I think Golurk is so sick, dude. So underrated. Really unique moveset. I'm pretty sure Golurk can learn Fly, which is like hilarious. He's a very interesting Pokemon. Yes, he can learn Fly. This big metal automaton golem can learn Fly. You thought Pikachu learning Fly was strange. Golurk is like even crazier. All right, no swarms to do for the time being. We went ahead and did a couple. I'm gonna go head over to Berry Forest. We'll just do a couple encounters over for Moltres. We've got 9 days left to get. How many more swarm Pokemon do I need to catch? I've got half the thing, so like 240. I need to catch around 220 more swarm Pokemon. That's a horrible thing to say out loud. 220 swarm Pokemon. I need to find Moltres. And then I need to do all the raids. I still need to do Steelix raid. Should I just actually go prep for that, probably? Maybe. I kind of forgot about that. Pat, you know why there's never any randoms tournaments from my knowledge? There's not really any structured... There might be randoms tournaments done community-wise for sure. And then maybe, like... There's no, like, scheduled randoms tournaments, is there? I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that, actually. There's no way they assume it's because there's too much RNG. Randoms is like, I always say, randoms is like 10% RNG. Randoms is actually, in my opinion, maybe I'm just good at randoms. Randoms to me feels like such an unbelievably skill-based format. I actually love it so much. Dude, there's 5 days left. If I had any time, I would go for this Honchkrow, because this is actually, I really need a PvP, or like a Honchkrow. This would actually be the perfect reward for me. But I don't have any time to, there's no time. But dude, randoms is so good. Like I always say, like it's like 10% RNG, maybe like 20. And what I mean by that is like certain games are going to be given lesser powerful Pokemon, but they'll be higher level. There's like tons of ways they balance them. I kind of usually say that like 1 out of 10 games, you probably are provided a team where you just can't win. That happens. And then 1 out of 10 games, you're also probably, on average, you're also probably provided a team where you just can't lose. Unless you like make a huge mistake, like, right? Like, I feel like, so I think 1 out of 10 games is kind of like a given loss, and 1 out of 10 is probably a given win. That's my opinion. So I feel like I could be wrong. From the games that I've played of randoms, we can go through my it's like my favorite format now at this point. Like I used to love NU, but I feel like I'm actually a randoms person nowadays. Not that I'm a great, PvP player, but season 15, 4-1, season 12, 11-8, nothing crazy, 2-2, season 10, 4-2, 40-22. This is my favorite random season. Just played it. I just had a lot of time to play. I do okay in randoms, consistently 60% plus win rate, 38-23 over a large amount of games. Like I feel like my 68-49. I feel like my understanding of randoms, 3 games played there, my first season. I feel like my understanding of randoms is pretty good. I think it's an awesome format. I really enjoy it. I would love to do more PvP like that. I think randoms is super fun. There's a lot of skill, in my opinion, to it. Woofy VGC actually did a video covering... It's the best randoms PvP video I've ever seen in my entire life, where he talked about... One of the skills that he talked about, which is so under-talked about, in my opinion, is the hiding of information. So in randoms PvP, like you don't see your opposing team until the Pokemon is actually switched in. And sometimes it is better to hide certain Pokemon. A really good example of this is something like Belly Drum Linoon. You don't want to show your opponent that you have Linoon until you actually see more information and see more of their team to be able to like tell if they have a fighting type or priority or some way to answer that belly drum Linoon. Because if you wait long enough, you might just be able to sweep the rest of the game and just insta win by holding that information. It's so interesting and so important to keep in mind. Like randoms is truly a skill based format in so many mental ways. There's so many mental games. It's so fucking cool to me, man. I'm glad you bring this up, Oceans. I don't think nearly enough people do this business model in PokeMMO. Hosting events can actually be a straight up business in PokeMMO that you can use to make money. There are a lot of cool like shop ideas like breeding and like EV trading and XP trading for people for profit, but hosting events where you charge an entry fee and then like do a prize. This is like what trading card stores do for like Magic the Gathering tournaments. You charge an entry fee. You like position your prize payout to be like a large amount, like 70 or 80% or whatever, and then take off 10 or 20% or 30% or whatever as like your personal fee for your time and your energy to like organize the tournament. It makes total sense. You're paying for a service, right? People, yeah, you have to like, now the hard thing with hosting tournaments, you have to develop that credit. Like people aren't going to want to give a random person hosting their first tournament like 1 mil Pokeyen for an entry fee. That's scam material, you know, 101, which will get you banned. So but you do have to develop some sort of reputation. But yeah, more people should host events. It's really, really fun. It's really cool. There's so many hosted events already in PokeMMO, but the idea of hosting them for a profit or for a business is honestly, I think, an underdone practice and kind of genius. It's a way for you to make money and help the community at the same time. Like it's one of the most win-win like things you can do as a player. Okay, let's go over the Steelix locations now that I have my team prepared. Steelix locations, for anybody looking for the raid, you can find Steelix inside of Mount Moon, it seems like. In Kanto would be my guess. It says Mount Moon. In Johto, it's going to be Dark Cave from Blackthorn City, and you need Surf. That's kind of a tough location. Granite Cave and Hoenn. They're all inside caves, it seems like. Granite Cave and Hoenn. Sinnoh is Sinnoh Iron Island. And then Unova is Guidance Chamber in the top left, it says in the Discord. Dude, Mount Moon is so nostalgic for me. Not even because of like original Pokemon, like, you know, Fire Red and stuff, but like doing the storylines, because we used to farm in here all the time. Not even, let's go to the Paris. This spot, dude. Not this spot. This spot. Not this spot. Wait, okay, I can't. I'm so nostalgic, quote unquote. I spent so much time here, quote unquote, and I can't even remember. This spot. Is it this like long? Yes. Dude, not only did we like farm here to catch Paris for mushrooms and stuff, or like Pokeyen, this used to be the best attack EV trading spot in the game. I kid you not. This was the best. You would sit here, you'd run into Parasect, you would kill each of them one by one in a single encounter battle, and you would get one attack EV each time, and that was it. And you would just do that over and over again. It literally took like 8 hours to EV trade one Pokemon. It was wild. Yeah, wait, Rumel apparently got a crazy steal. It's Jolly Nature, 4x31. Dude, it's beautiful. You love to see it. That's an awesome, dude, congratulations, man. Excadrill raid will be harder than Steelix raid. I would be shocked if any other raid was easier than that. Raid was the easiest by far, in my opinion. That was super, super easy. What time is the new raid? The new raids appear at 7 p.m. ET or midnight UTC, I believe. Do you think Red or Gold Dragon is better? There's two answers to this. Which one do I think is a better investment? And which one do I think is better, what's it called? Visually. Visually, I actually prefer the Red Dragon. Investment-wise, I think the Gold will be better. But I think a lot of people also think it'll be better because it fits more outfits. It's easier to like match something with gold than it is to like with this specific red color, you know? But since there's more people buying the gold because of that and they just prefer the gold, it might become less of a good investment because, you know, niche stuff, a lot of times like niche stuff in PokeMMO becomes really expensive because once again, the thought process is like if 100,000 people log into PokeMMO every day, right? If there's a really low supply of something, and then even if out of 100,000 people, like 20 of those people want something, like the Temporal Cape is a good example I gave earlier, like it's going to drive that demand is enough, you know? Another good example is the Unity Capes. Dude, these items, oh my, these are so expensive. These Unity Capes, right? And like, I kind of think these look trash. I don't, and the green one kind of has grown on me to be fair, but these were last year's RP Lunar New Year event, Vanity, and I don't think anybody bought them. They were like, people thought they were cringe, trash, whatever, not interested. And because no one bought them, years later, when there's any demand for them because the supply was so low, the price is insane. Like these were 4 to 5 mil during the event. Now they've gone up to 30 to 40 mil in 1 year. That's a ridiculous investment. That's so good. Yeah, like low supply just matters so much in PokeMMO. I feel like the demand will almost always be there. It's really about like the supply. I feel like is maybe the more important thing to keep track of or figure out. Hey Pat, do you think a content creator code would be good for PokeMMO in RPs or other purchasing things? What does that mean? Like a I don't know if I understand. What is a content creator code? What does that entail? What does that consist of? It gives you a cutback like Fortnite. I'm not familiar with the Fortnite creator code. Gotcha. So essentially you get a percentage when someone buys RP. I mean, why would I mean, obviously I would love that. That's like a, why not? You know, that'd be just a positive thing for me. And I feel like yeah, why not? I don't know if there's a reason for the devs to do it. Just maybe to encourage, but yeah, I don't know. I would love that, obviously. All right, I didn't expect to get... Dude, every day I keep getting the raid done so much faster than I expect, which is a really, really good thing. So now I can go spend my time going for swarms and Moltres. This guy is the IGN stupidest. That's pretty awesome. Rumel with the hide and seek. First person to find me in game gets 1 mysterious cherish ball and 1 lucky red envelope. Ooh. Do we have any hints, Rumel, or is it just anywhere? We get like a channel or something, Rumel? Hide and seek is one of the most fun activities in PokeMMO. I love swarms in this location because one of them always ends up on the slide. Like they're like playing on the playground. Kind of a good meme. Yo, congrats Be the Snow for finding Rumel and claiming the prize. What was the, where was he at? Where were you hiding at for the hide and seek, Rumel? Okay, let's go consume the swarm Pokemon we have stocked up so far, at least over in Nakreen. I'm to the wrong city. Nakreen City. I'm about to get the black string glitch, aren't I? Yep. It's so easy to tell when it's going to happen. If you fly to 2 places too quickly, you get the black screen glitch. All right, this is how many Pokemon we have to consume. Looks like around 35. I don't think any of these have... Yeah, none of these have like 1 times 31s or whatever worth keeping. All those have been moved over to other boxes like here or like here. It's kind of funny because I have no idea how long or what this stream recap is going to look like. Like so much of this stream after the flipping stuff has just been like random discussions about like anime and movies and like life. So there hasn't been a whole lot of PokeMMO discussion, which I mean makes a lot of sense. Once you're like day 7 into the event, it's like, okay, let's just talk about some other let's talk about some other topics while we grind the game we love. You know, it's pretty much in the background. It's kind of what streams end up becoming a lot of the time. Do you believe PokeMMO should have a restart on a region if you could choose the option? So I love the idea of being able to prestige storyline runs. I like similar to like Call of Duty leveling or some shit, you know? I think that's really interesting. I think that there's really something there. The ability to like rerun the storylines. There's a Horse Zodiac tablet. That's awesome. The tablet, hell yeah. I think there's something really there for like the ability to rerun storylines and then getting some sort of reward out of it. We talked about or teased the idea of like, oh, if you like prestiged every storyline, getting like a permanent 1% shiny boost or some shit. If you did all 5 storylines again, you know, maybe even like multiple times or some shit, I think having different rewards at different tiers, and I think it'd be really interesting. I think prestige and storylines would be very, very cool. Versus if someone wants to play them again, they have to like create a new account and you can't really continue your progress. And you could, you know, make Pokeyen and send it over to your main, but I like the idea of that personally. Also, that implements a much easier way to like do speedruns in PokeMMO on one account as well, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of my thought process. All right, here's the last 5 Pokemon to consume. We got some Cherish Balls. We got another tablet. Let's see how many Cherish Balls. 12 at the moment. Tablets, I'm at 7. Day 7 with 7 tablets. It sucks. I was ahead for a little bit, but then I just got super busy and fell back behind. So I'm at least glad I got ahead for a little bit, but I want to try to get back ahead on the tablet grind personally. Do you think Slacking will be the last 5-star raid? I think Slacking will be a 5-star raid, but I think Gyarados will be the last raid. I don't know why. It's just like the feeling I get. I don't know if it's really based off of anything aside from like Gyarados being really powerful and being like representing the dragon. You know, it's also Year of the Dragons. He could represent like the big strong dragon. That's my thoughts. All right, Pokemon consumed. Back over to Kanto for that Moltres hunt for a little bit till the next swarm. How many people have done the Soot grind here in chat? I actually really want to do the... Is it called Soot? What's it called in the... I really want to do this grind. I haven't done it yet. Dude, where would it be at? Key items? Who even know? Yeah, Soot sack. I was like, who even knows what I'm talking about? You currently have 455 Soot. If you run over grass and it's like brown and you make it green, you collect Soot. Let me like do that and then use it again. And you can use that Soot 468. There is some like what's it for? There's some like specific what's it called? Secret base vanity item that you can buy with the Soot, which is so funny and interesting and unique in my opinion. I've missed this one. It's a very interesting grind. That's like very underdone in PokeMMO in my opinion. This is actually probably worth selling versus consuming. The fact that it's 25 plus in these 3 stats. What? Fairy egg group as well. It's a good egg group. That's like a really good like Breloom breeder. We can price check this really quick actually. So egg group fairy, it's male. 25, 25, 25. Prices might be down because, you know, everybody's catching stuff right now. But not even then, like 15k. Yeah, that's definitely worth selling versus consuming. I'll take it, boys. To do Abundant Shrine on a new account, do I need to finish a region or just... I think you just need to reach the city. Someone was saying, I'm pretty sure you can do Abundant Shrine. Was it in like... what region? Was it Unova or Hoenn or some shit? I think it's Unova. You can do Abundant Shrine in Unova after 1 gym badge. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. It's super underrated. Alpha over at Icefall. It's gonna be a Dugong Alpha. Ugh, I hope not. I think it might be. It's either... I think it might be. We'll see. Oh, it's a Lapras. Okay, never mind. W then. Ugh, you're telling me I have to do an ice puzzle to get to the Lapras? Or can I just go out here or some shit? Oh, that sucks. Okay, apparently there's supposed to be no puzzle. Okay, up waterfall, into cave. It's a Shalfa, it's worth it? Okay. Then check. Okay, up waterfall, into cave. Oh, into this cave. Ah. Oh, okay, I'm gonna single shiny check all of them as well. It's super worth. The Lapras is a really good... This is an easy check. It's worth check all of them. Patrouski got my first single encounter last night. Single encounter shiny? Pansage? Pansage is actually a really good single encounter shiny. I feel like the best way to shiny hunt it is single encounter, and I'm pretty sure it's rare. That's like actually a very good first single encounter. Yeah, that's a very good first single encounter shiny. It's not very desired, but it's rare. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. All right, and then Shalfa 3, 2, 1. We tried, fellas. I'm not focused, Sash. This Alpha Lapras just so happened to do 99.6% damage to me with a Surf and Rain. That's very rare. That's very that odds of that are crazy. That's very, very funny. Hey, there's the Alpha Lapras catch. A pretty easy catch. I got really lucky on that Spinda damage roll. You really rarely see that naturally happen. But the Lapras is pretty bad. 221. It's female. Yeah, this is not a good Lapras, but it was a really easy catch, so we'll absolutely take it gracefully, dig out of here, and go either check swarms or go Moltres. It was a Grovyle swarm. That's a good one. Look at my Alpha collection from this. Let me heal my Pokemon. My Alpha collection from this event so far. Here, the Lapras goes here. These are all open from various balls, this gambling, mysterious, and premieres and stuff. These are all the Alphas I've caught throughout the event, so we're stocking up how much we have like a loot tab going for how much we'll make from this event, which is kind of cool. Hey, Pat, does a shiny swarm Pokemon appear shiny in the overworld? No. You have to check it and go into a battle with it to see if it's shiny or not. Kind of sad the swarm Pokemon don't have a chance to have the event particle considering how many of them we have to catch. I agree. I love that whenever that's like part of an event, it's so fun. I love swarm checking for particles. It feels so satisfying, so fun. No, I'm super with. I wish they would bring that mechanic back more for more events. For those who don't know, there's been previous holiday events where like there's like a 5 or 10% chance, pretty low chance, where if you like check a swarm Pokemon, it has a chance of having that like holiday event particle effect, and it's cool to be able to like catch them and sell them, and like it's like an extra 50k or something when you catch it, or 30k or whatever. I think it's really fun. It's like an extra hell yeah like aha moment when you're like catching swarms already. I think it's a super good mechanic. Okay, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time relisting. I'm gonna put my utility mons away actually. So I have 10 more Pokemon to consume, which is solid. I'm gonna spend a little bit of this time though right now just going ahead and relisting. It's a good time to relist some Pokemon. I've had these like dead listings on my GTL forever, and right now is a really good time to relist some of them if they're good for PVM. 2012 stuff like these chances is the worst time to relist those. But things like this Litwick, like Chandelure might be needed or might even be used by some players for some of the raids. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect that and relist it. This should probably just be, what is this? This should just be released. Okay, the cheapest Litwick with a special attack nature. It's modest, which is better than mine. 110k for 2 times 31. You could roll up. The thing is, you could roll up all these defense IVs could be bred and rolled up, but I don't think you need hidden ability access on this. I'm just gonna sell this Litwick for like 105k. I feel like I could go 99k. I think 100k is actually probably fine. Yeah, I think that. No, we'll do. Nah, I'm tricking myself. We're gonna do 105k. That'll pay for the listing fee, which is kind of nice. So I'll go ahead and do that. Get a nice little clean 100k profit. Relist that. What else do we have? That's like actually like these are 2012 mons, 2013. This Ammonite's like a 2 times. I don't think anybody's using Ammonite. I mean, maybe breeders are being used though. What's this Ditto? This might be a decent price right now. This Lampent will relist as well. I could just go ahead and relist quickly. It actually is, okay, something I want to start doing more of is just quickly relisting stuff. Because it actually probably is, let's clear this. It actually probably is worth the time. Let's check this by ed group as well. It's probably worth the time to just quickly relist stuff and just see if it, you know, if I price checked it once, it's probably around the right price. So honestly, it's kind of, it's you're not gonna make the maximum value. If you're someone who wants to squeeze out every little bit of Pokeyen, you wouldn't do it like this. But if you're someone who like time is money and you like have, you know, a lot of capital to flip or do other stuff, it might be better to just, it seems so cheap, this Dragonite, what the hell? 50k is the next. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go, I had it at 4,599 before, probably same price on this Ammonite, probably same exact price. This Ditto was listed for 35k. I'm just gonna quick list it for 30. I'm gonna employ that strategy. This Lampent was listed for 150, which is kind of high, very high. I'm gonna list it for, I mean, I don't know. It is a really, really good, I'll do 119, 120, essentially. It's a perfect mediocre comp, Chandelure. Mild nature totally works. It's got Infiltrator if you care about that. It's 31 speed, 25 plus. This is a great, you know, Chandelure comp for those that honestly almost want to keep it, but we're going to sell it. I'll take the Pokeyen, honestly. This Ditto listed for 60k. I'm just going to quickly relist for 55. Probably should be about right. The Eevee I listed insta-sold. Wow. We'll take it, man. That's solid. It's just, a lot of this is just Pokeyen that's been sitting dead in my GTL for a long time. So, I mean, if I can... Like, this is a nice Vapor... Okay, fuck you, whoever named it this. We're gonna relist this for 180k like that. This PVM Pokemon is the best. Okay, 3 times 0, huge. This will go for... Oh, just 35k. We got 2012 Mons will leave for the time being. Porygon's a good PVM Pokemon that could be really good in raids. This is a really good Porygon, and Porygon can get expensive as well. It's missing nature, obviously, but that's a nice Porygon, honestly. Dude, it's hard to get good IV Porygons, as you can see. Like, literally just a Porygon with 20 plus in every stat and 31 speed. The only one that's available and cheapest is 400 Pokeyen. What if we just do like 25s? What if we just do like, or just even, no, not even that 20. What about 20 plus? Even just 20 plus. There's something that 2021 to be fair, but that's, oh man, like this Porygon is nice. I think I had it listed for 100k, which is about what it should go for. I probably just, once again, like some things, like it just, there wasn't a demand for it at that time or that day. Some things you just relist. We'll take it. Well, some stuff's already selling, which is solid. That Porygon insta sold. It's a solid Pory, dude. We'll go ahead and collect that. Why not? Bam, bam. Around 200k or so? Not quite, but good time to relist some stuff. All right, 2 quick price checks. Danny AFK redeemed the little reward on Twitch to get me to price check something. He's got some interesting shinies to price check. This is a really good Pidgey. Did someone, are you flipping this? This is a very good Pidgey. The way that I would price check this is pretty simple. Most of these price checks are pretty simple. I would do Flying Egg Group, Male, Shiny, of course. And then I would start off just by doing 20 plus, and then 31 in both speed and defense. You might end up lowering that defense to like 25 plus. Yeah, because obviously there's nothing here that's comparable. I understand why you needed the price check now. At this point, at this stage, what I would do is I would change all the HP, and this is a really good Pidgey, dude. God damn. And there's still nothing comparable. So now what I would do is I would lower 20 plus. And now these Pokemon are not nearly as good as your Pidgey, but it's important to... Is there a nature on it as well? Okay, the nature is not relevant, but it's a good Pidgey, dude. Okay, if this Noctowl is 2.8, and this Woobat's really overpriced, obviously. Man, this is such a good Pidgey. It's actually crazy. I wonder how much you bought this for. I would probably sell this for... If I were you, I would sell this Pidgey for somewhere between 3.5 and 4.5 mil. Somewhere in that range, depending on how fast you want to sell it. Undercutting this guy is kind of Giga Brain, because what you're essentially doing is, this guy is overpriced. Now, he has nature, which is really good, to be fair. But I would say this guy's is still probably overpriced. And what you do by undercutting him is someone sees his and goes, oh, that's overpriced, and bets 131. And then someone sees yours is 2 times 31, and it's cheaper than his, and it's like way more likely to like mentally, it's like, oh shit, that's a good buy. You know, they think it's a good buy. Using other Pokemon on the market to like mentally get people to buy your stuff like is a legitimate tactic and like a good sales, you know, good way to get sales. Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, 3.5 to 4.5. I would probably go 3.7999, but it also depends on what you bought it for. You might want to like try to get those margins higher or whatever. If it depends on, it depends on how patient you want to be, what you bought it for, yada yada. That's the first price check. Next up is Escavalier. This one seems pretty easy. Hope I don't miss anything. Shiny price checks, you really don't want to miss anything because they, it's a male Escavalier, so I would just sell it as a group. You never want to have to sell a shiny as a species because there's just so many. There's not that many. There's so few non-OT shiny collectors. Honestly, what I would do here is just something like this. There's nothing super special going on here, in my opinion. Bug, shiny, male. Just a 2 times 31 bug. But obviously, once again, we can see there's no really examples. What if I just got rid of this? Okay. What if I do this? This will be the next price check that I do. 5.2. Lonely. You probably do end up doing... Now, the other way to do this, so it's 2 times 30. It's a 2 times 31 bug, right? So what you want to do is you want to price check what's the cheapest male bug with just one of those stats, right? So the cheapest male is 2.5 with attack. That's really solid. And then you would take the special defense, do the same thing, maybe look for like a female, right? And then you add up those two prices. So you would take the 2.5. So this is like a 5 mil. Dude, damn, the bug A group for shinies, damn, is desired. What the hell? A 2 times 31 really ends up being 5 mil? That's actually kind of wild to me. Yeah, I think so. What the hell? I'd probably list this for like 5 to 5.2 mil. What a good egg group for selling shinies. Holy profit. Thank you. Yeah, I would end up selling this for either 5 to 5.2. Like a pretty small range, but I think it's just accurate. I mean, I'll keep checking around to like double check, but like this Durant really gets me. I would do 5.2. What about like, yeah, no, this is, what a good egg group, dude. God damn. Am I missing anything? Yeah, there's yours for 5.2. Yeah, I feel like 5.2 is... Yeah, what a good egg group. What the hell? Why is Bug so good for shinies? That's crazy. Okay, what's really sad is there's a Sheldon Swarm in Johto right now, but I don't have the time for it. I have to go to a dinner with my future mother and father-in-law, which is always a beautiful blast of a time. So thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. Have a fantastic day. I had a great time today. A lot of fun. Hopefully you guys did as well. Just as much fun as I did. Like the stream if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams like this. Usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, but also 7 days a week or as much as possible during events like this. Discord's down below for tons of help during the New Year event and just tons of good resources and let you know when I'm live. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel like many of you have done this stream, Venser and many others, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo do go a super long way. It's never needed, but it allows me to make more content. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Salute to you all. Much love. Peace, peace, peace. Good luck in the event. Have fun.
Thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video, and I hope it was a positive asset to your day. The same way everybody listed here is a positive asset to my day, going above and beyond and allowing me to make content every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.